Welcome to Spoonful of Om's Flow class with me, Gina. And on your next roll up, press into your feet as you fold forward, coming into Uttanasana, creating enough momentum to lift. Then inhale as you lengthen onto the fingertips, long spine, and press into the base of the big toe mound. And on your exhale, release and fold over the legs. Press down into your palms, bend the knees as much as you need to so the whole palm is down to the floor, and then step your feet back into plank. Draw the tailbone under, shift your shoulders forward, and on your exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And then walking your hands back toward your toes, bring your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Lengthen here for a half lift. And then exhale to release and fold over the legs. And bend the knees nice and deep so your belly moves toward the thighs here. And then let your shoulders, upper back, and head relax. Now from here you can stay still or you can move your head in a yes and no motion. And try not to let it be too quickly moving. Just kind of let it gently sway forward and back. Excuse me. And inhale, so you come up onto your fingertips, long spine. Walk your hands forward toward the front of the mat as you move into plank. Shift your shoulders forward, this time on your exhale. Bend the elbows for Chaturanga. Knees can be lowered or lifted. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. Inhale as you gaze forward toward the hands. Big toes come together, bend the knees, jumping or stepping your feet toward the front of the mat. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, release and fold over the legs. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side and lift up to stand or Tadasana. Exhale, arms come down by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor, stepping your right foot to the back of the mat. Drop your right knee down to the floor, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms reach up, Anjaneyasana. And exhale, release the hands down to the floor, frame out the foot, tuck your right toes under. Send your left leg up and back, point through the toes as you move into three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee comes in toward the chest. Step the left foot forward, come up onto your fingertips, press off your right foot, supported warrior three. Lowering your right foot down to meet the left, soften your left knee. Reach your arms up as you move into chair pose, Uttanasana. Coming to stand, arms come down by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms rise out and up. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Drop your left knee down, untuck the toes, arms rise. And the exhale, release the hands to the floor. Frame out your right foot, tuck your left toes. Send your right leg up and back, point through the toes. And exhale, bring the knee back and toward the chest, step it forward. Come up onto your fingertips, press off the left foot, supported warrior three. Lowering the left foot down to meet the right, bend the knees, reach up chair pose, Uttanasana. Coming to stand, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms rise out and up. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor, stepping or jumping back. Lowering down through Chaturanga, knees lowered or lifted. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. Inhale, right leg reaches up toward the ceiling, press through the heel. So now the toes draw back toward the shin. Exhale, knee comes in toward the chest, shift forward. Inhale, so you reach the right leg up and back, open the hip, turn the toes toward the right long edge of the mat. Exhale, knee comes in toward the chest. Send your right leg out to the left side. Left arm reaches up toward the ceiling for fallen triangle. Inhale, left arm reaches forward and down, knee comes in toward the chest, up it through. Inhale as you lift up into high lunge, arms rise. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor, frame out your right foot, press into your palm, send your right leg up and back, walk your hands back toward your left toes as you come into supported warrior 3. Option to lift your hands up, unsupported. And lower the hands to the floor. Walk your hands forward into plank. Exhale, foot can lower down or stay lifted as you bend the elbows for Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. Inhale, as you reach your left leg up toward the ceiling, press through the heels of the toes, draw back toward the shin. And bring the knee in toward the chest, shift forward. Sending your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee comes in toward the chest, left leg extends out to the right side, right arm reaches up. Fallen triangle. Inhale, reach your right arm forward and down to the floor, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, knee comes in toward the chest, step it through. Inhale, arms rise up, high lunge. On your exhale, release the hands down to the floor, frame out the foot, send your left leg up and back, walk your hands back toward your right toes as you come into warrior 3. Hands can be to the floor or lift up. And then exhale, release the hands down, walk your hands forward as you move into plank. Left foot can lower or stay lifted as you bend the elbows. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. Inhale, gaze forward toward the hands, bending the knees, jumping or stepping your feet forward toward the front of the mat. Inhale, lengthen onto the fingertips, nice long spine. Exhale as you release and fold over the legs. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side, come up to stand, Urdhva. Exhale, arms come down by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach out and up. On your exhale, release the hands down, but this time bring the hands behind the back and interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down as the shoulder heads roll back. And then let your arms reach a little bit off your back. See if you can now roll your shoulder heads in. Bend the knees as you fold forward over the thighs. And then on your inhale, move into a half lift. Pull the knuckles back behind you and then extend or lift your right leg back. Feel the internal rotation of your right thigh, so the muscles moving inward, so you begin to square off the hips. So the right hip is more level with the left. And then exhale, bend the left knee a little bit deeper, lower the right foot to the back of the mat and lift up as you move into high lunge, arms still bound behind the back. And exhale as you fold over your left thigh. And this time, move the left shoulder so it's over top of the left thigh or knee, and gaze back toward your right toes so your head drops down a little bit. Pull the left hip crease back, right thigh forward. And then bring the right knee down to the floor, untuck the toes, lift up, straighten the left leg, arms still bound. And on your exhale, fold over your left leg. You can find a little bit of a movement from side to side, and from here, you can release the hands down to the floor if that feels better. And then tuck the toes of your right foot on your exhale, move back toward your right heel. And start to move the right knee back to the right back corner, like you're coming into Skandasana, just in a different way. Yeah. And let your left arm reach up and over to the right side. Right hand is down to the floor. Right arm is just in front of the right knee or thigh, keeping the knee open. And then on your exhale, let your left hand come down toward the left side of the mat. Walk your right hand to the inside and then bring the right knee to the floor as you rebend into the left. Good. Tuck your right toes under, lift the right knee up off the floor. walk your hands forward, press off your right foot, lift into supported warrior 3 or unsupported. And then this time, lower the right foot down to meet the left as you fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen onto the fingertips, nice long spine. Press into the base of the big toe mounds, reach your arms out to the side, lift up, Urdhva. And exhale, arms come down by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms rise up. And on your exhale, release the hands down behind the back, interlace the hands. Opposite pinky finger to the outside. Roll the shoulder heads back as you draw the knuckles down, puff the chest a little bit forward. And then on your exhale, roll the shoulders in just a little bit. Bend the knees, exhale as you fold over your legs. Let your arms reach off your lower back. And then inhale as you move into a half lift, send your left leg back behind you, keeping the bind, internally rotating the left leg for warrior 3. And then exhale, bend into your right knee, lower the left foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, lift up for high lunge, arms still bound. And then on your exhale, fold toward your right leg. So right shoulder moves over top of right leg. Chest more comes toward the center. Left heel is lifted, moving over top of the big toe mound. See if you could draw the right hip crease back and left thigh forward. And then from here, let your left knee come down to the floor, untuck the toes. Inhale to lift up. And then on your exhale, straighten your right leg as you fold over the thigh. Arms reach off your back or toward the back wall. Option to lower your hands to the floor when you're ready, and just find little kind of micro movements. Maybe fold a little bit toward the outer right leg and then the inner part of the right leg, and then straight toward center. So we have our 4 hamstrings that are attached at different spaces, and we want to begin to stretch all of them, not just one of them. So finding these little movements around in poses can help with that. And then inhale, come up onto your fingertips, tuck your left toes under and start to move back. And as you do, move that left knee out to the left side. Bring the left arm to the inside of the leg, and then reach your right arm over to the left. And then exhale, release the hands down to the floor. Walk your hands toward the front of the mat, and then bring the knee with you. As you bring the left knee down, rebend into your right. Tuck your left toes under, walk your hands forward, supported warrior 3. And then exhale, lower the left foot down to meet the right as you fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale as you press into the base of the big toe mound, lift up into a half lift. Arms reach out as you come all the way up to stand. And from here, interlace the hands, index fingers pointing up toward the ceiling, and gaze up toward your palms or gaze forward in front. Feel the reach out of the side of the body. And the lower ribs lift off of or lift away from the hip bones.